Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, a game we have grown to love and hate. We are now at the 1.10 live build. That's right, it just got out, and hooray! A lot of changes, a lot of fixes, a lot of new stuff. And alas, my campaigns are gone. I just recorded a new episode of my Japanese campaign earlier today, and I was happy, I was into it. I was like, yeah, finally got some time to record some new episodes, and yeah, then this happens. God damn it. Well, let's take a quick look, shall we? Is there anything interesting we need to point out? A lot of changes, a lot of fixes. Let's take a quick look. Fixed supply of ships, minefield damage being reworked, and that is very useful. We have some new guns for the USA. Hooray! New guns for China. Is anyone ever playing China? For real? Anyway. New hulls! Yes. I looked at them and during the beta talk earlier, and I'm very much looking forward to some of these hulls. They are horrible, but they're cool looking. And I'm gonna have a lot of fun, especially with the USA, with the new hulls. Canals have been reworked and will not allow trespassing of enemies of a major nation that it's allied with. Of course, we now have oil resources, so ships, eventually you get oil as fuel for your ships. Then you need oil supplies, otherwise your ships will be restricted. Long story short, if you don't have oil, the resupply of fuel will take longer. So you gotta be careful about how many ships you deploy, when you deploy them, how you deploy them. And in some ways, I really dislike this because a nation like Germany will be hampered a lot. But on the other side, it can provide some very fun gameplay. Shipyard capacity. Yeah, not much has changed from the looks of it here. So yeah, can no longer build 50 battleships at a time. And we can trade with minor nations, we have rebellions, smaller nations can be invaded, we have land battles now, and logistics. And the naval invasion button actually has a function now. Hooray! Not going to get into it. If you want to get into it, just pause and read. We have land conquering. Yeah. I hope this will be good. I've seen some terrifying stories on the forums here and there, but we'll see. I never had a big land battle yet that ended a war, so we'll see. Okay, government mechanics, new diplomacy, of course. New provinces, okay, yeah, very nice. Task force limits, still not a fan, but hey, it happens. Improved fire control, I'm really looking forward to having that in a new campaign. Hell yeah. Shared designs, whatever. Right. Not into sharing my designs. Although sharing designs also means that you can encounter your own designs in a campaign, and that of course is kind of cool. Right. That all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, now what? What would it be? A month back or so, I asked people, like, what should I do? Continue my campaigns, start a new campaign, add a new campaign. And at the time, I was asking about if I should start a new campaign or finish my Spanish and Japanese campaigns. In all honesty, in some ways, my Japanese campaign came to a very fun conclusion in the last episode that I recorded. I still have, I fully admit, a large backlog in episodes that I need to edit still and post. But the last episode, well, in some ways it was fun. We didn't get the grand finale that I hoped for. The USA had like 400 ships. It was insane. And they had some death balls as well. So we had fleets of like 50 American heavy cruisers coming in. Quite fun. But yeah, still a decent enough campaign in the end. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. The Japanese campaign, with naming my ships if they did something special and trying to keep them alive beyond anything was really a fascinating extra challenge that I gave myself, and it will be a challenge that I will repeat in future episodes of my new campaign, because yeah, I like it. My Spanish campaign, honestly, it's been so long since I recorded that one. It has its flaws. One of the major flaws was that the enemy AI kept running away from the fight, even if they had a large numerical advantage over my ships. So engagements were hard to get, and as such was quite a frustrating campaign. Yes, it was a fun campaign here and there, but overall, yeah, I'm not sure I would recommend building the slowest ships possible, people. It gives a lot of frustrations if you do. It was a hell of an experience, though. However, seeing that my Spanish campaign, I already had to restart it once. I'm not going to restart it again. That's for sure. Spanish campaign is done for. Maybe there are 1 or 2 episodes that are still in the pipeline that will be released. That are scheduled for release, but that's about it. The Japanese campaign, like I said, it reached a nice conclusion. It was not a conclusion I hoped for, as I said. However, multiple nations were knocked out of the campaign. 3 to be exact. Partially thanks to me, partially thanks to the AIs themselves. It was a good ending. It was a good ending. So now what? I'm gonna start 2 new campaigns this season, I suppose. We'll see how long they last. First up, new campaign. I promised to start a new US campaign. And let's take a quick look. Yeah, I said around 1900 start for the USA. I'm going with a legendary difficulty, random. Shall I go with a historical AI on this one? No, I'm keeping this at random. I'll create my own fleet, and let's see, AI shared designs. We'll use my shared designs. Well, I don't have any. So, yeah, it's gonna stay off. I'm gonna use, well, slot 1. And I'm gonna start this campaign right here, right now. So, here we are. in the new campaign map. And oh boy, look at that. The American flags are still very annoying if you zoom out completely. As you can see, the map is a bit bigger than it was before. The Russians have gotten a base on this side of the map. Americans, we have Dutch Harbor, and at this day and age we also have Pearl Harbor already. Yeah, 1900, we control it. Very lovely, very nice indeed. In Southeast Asia, oh look at that. We got a base in Guam. The Russians have gotten a lot of extra ports. I mean, they used to have Petro there, they had Vladivostok, they had Bloody Island, forgot its name. Anyway, they got a new port here. Port on the other side, and oh look, there is some oil. Yes, oil in China. Japan, how much oil do you have? Nothing. And now you know why Japan attacks China. Okay, so yeah, the map has changed, the icons have changed, we have decent British naval flags now, so yeah, a American campaign. I will not, let's quickly check, yeah, indeed, we have the coastal defense ships. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, you could make an awesome fishing boat out of this. Not quite sure if it's an effective warship, but an effective fishing boat? Sure. So, yeah. American campaign will be launched this season. What else is on the program? Well, exit to main menu. Besides an American campaign, I am hoping... It takes so much time to get used to this flag. I really like this flag more. Can't help it. Although the black and yellow does have a certain charm. This goes for a lot of nations, by the way. Let's see, is it Japan as well? No, Japan is not. Chinese probably... Oh, yeah. Perfect. China changes. Britain never changes. France... No, of course not. The Germans, however... Ooh, look at that. They did change the flag eventually. Yeah, that's an acceptable flag for 1940, I suppose. Yeah, I approve. Anyway... I'm getting distracted once more, and the second campaign that I'm going to do is a rerun, essentially, of my French campaign. My French campaign, I've played that a long time ago, one of the first campaigns that I did, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed playing the French. And the French campaign will start at 80-90, and will feature a very strong focus on cruisers, on lighter ships, and not essentially the massive fleets of battleships that we often see in, well, a lot of campaigns, really. So yeah, slot 2 will become a French campaign. And there we go. All loaded up. A French campaign, a United States campaign. That is what the future will bring. At least until the next major update comes out. Hopefully, we'll be able to give these two campaigns a longer attention span, a longer runtime than previous campaigns. There's only one way to find out. Join me next time with the launch of one of these campaigns. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very fond farewell and goodbye. Seriously? They broke my campaigns again. What the hell, man? Ah! Jesus! Recording is still on. Whoopsie. Bye.